Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ursprung Gymnasium inside the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. Matt Florjancic along with you for the call of today's game, the second half of our basketball doubleheader against the Muskingum College Fighting Muskies, as the Yellow Jacket men's team will look to complete the sweep of the day when they take on the Fighting Muskies, as the women were 60-38 victors over Muskingum in the 2 o'clock contest. And now the BW men's basketball team will look to get back into the win column. It's been a while since they've been there. December 19th against Dubuque in a tournament down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, when they posted a 74-63 victory. They lost the next night to Wartburg out of Iowa, 73-71, and then had to forfeit 2 games, first to Otterbein and then to Mount Union, as they dealt with some COVID-19 issues within the program. So BW hasn't been on the floor since December 20th in a game setting and have not won since December 19th. And they are looking for a much-needed victory here as they come into the game at 6-4 overall. They are 2-2 here at the Ursprung Gymnasium this season, and they are just 1-2 in conference play, with those 2 losses being the 2-0 forfeits to Otterbein and Mount Union. Muskingum comes into the game at 3-9 overall. They are 0-5 in conference play. They are just 1-4 in road games. Now it's time to take a look at the starting lineups. We'll begin with the visiting Muskingum University Fighting Muskies, I should say. Starting in the backcourt, a 6-foot, 175-pound senior guard from Cambridge, Ohio, number 2, Alex Massinelli. Joining him in the backcourt is a 6'1", 180-pound freshman guard from Grove City, number 12, Alex Coffey. On the wing, a 6', 170-pound junior guard from New Philadelphia, number 20, Noah Begg. In the front court, a 6'4" senior forward from Johnstown, number 33, Carson Carter. And in the middle, a 6'6", 265-pound senior forward out of Columbus Grove City Christian School, number 44, Noah Tomlinson. The Muskies are coached by Travis Schwab, who is in his 7th season with the program. Starting it off for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets in the backcourt, a 6', 175-pound junior guard from Stowe and Archbishop Hoban High School, number 1, Jake Snyder. Joining him in the backcourt, a 6'2", 185-pound junior guard from Canton Jackson High School, number 3, Anthony Mazzio. On the wing, a 5'11" senior guard from Mentor, number 12, Shane Zalba. Down on the low block, a 6'5" sophomore from Econ, number 14, Drew Wennis. And in the middle, a 6'9", 200-pound sophomore forward from Amherst Steele High School, number 24, Christian Pfeiffer. The Yellow Jackets are coached by Tom Heil, who is in his 7th season. The Yellow Jackets will control the tip-off. They come in in their home white uniforms with brown lettering and gold numerals and a brown trim down the sides. Wennis with a quick trigger triple try. It is no good. Rebound pulled down by the Muskies, who come into the game wearing their red uniforms with a white and black trim down the sides and a gray trim across the waistline of the shorts. 3-point attempt by the Muskies is no good. Rebound of the Yellow Jackets. Out front, it's Christian Pfeiffer looking for Mazzio. It's not there, so he'll swing it to Zalba. Zalba skips it over to Snyder. He fires up a three from the left wing. It's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Carter. Into the front court to Coffey on the right wing. Back to Carter. Back to Coffey on the right wing. Coffey puts it on the floor with the left hand. He's driving to the hoop. Tried to dish it to a teammate, and it is controlled by Shane Zalba. Zalba into the front court between the circles. Will pass it over to Wennis on the right wing. Wennis with the dribble drive. His runner is up. It's too strong. Rebound. Carson Carter of the Muskies. Carter swings it over to Noah Begg on the right wing. Looking back door for Tomlinson. Now back to Carter, and he throws it away. Mazzio will control the steal. Mazzio between the circles. Thought about pulling up for a three. Now he's going to try to drive. Dishes it to Pfeiffer in the low block. Spinning left-handed runner goes for Christian Pfeiffer. 2-0. Yellow Jackets in front. 18:23 to go here in the first half. Massanelli with the dribble drive. He sets up a teammate, Noah Begg, for the three-pointer from the left corner, and it's good. 3-2. Muskingum takes their first lead of the game. Zalba drives, kicks it into the corner to Snyder. His three-pointer is up and is nothing but net. And he puts BW back in front 5-3. Tomlinson swings it over to Begg on the left wing. Begg looking for a cutter. It's not there, so he'll reverse it to Tomlinson. Tomlinson over to Massanelli. Massanelli tried to drive, had it shut off by Shane Zalba. Carter now tries to drive over Pfeiffer. Shot is no good. Rebound pulled down by Pfeiffer. He'll outlet it to Zalba on the left side of the floor. Zalba up the near sideline over to Wennis. Now over to Snyder. Snyder back to Wennis. He fires up a three, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Noah Begg. And before Begg could control the ball, he is hit with a loose ball foul as Anthony Mazzio hit the floor rather emphatically, and the referees whistled Begg for the foul. Number 21, Tanner Gensler, checks into the game. Mazzio lobs in the inbound pass to Wennis. Wennis back to Mazzio. He pulls the trigger on a triple, and he knocks it down from the top of the key. BW in front, 8-3. With 17 minutes to go in the first half. Going back the other way, it's Massanelli out top. He dribbles off to the right wing. He pulls up on the baseline, and he rattles in that jumper. That'll trim the deficit for the Muskies down to 3, 8-5. Zalba works the ball into the front court, finds Mazzio going back door. It's shut off momentarily, so he'll outlet it to Wennis. Wennis over to Zalba, now out to Snyder. He fires up a three, and he knocks it down. Jake Snyder feeling it as he's already knocked down 2 3-point tries, and he stakes BW out to an 11-5 advantage. Massanelli out front. He's trying to drive. It is blocked by Zalba. Massanelli gets his rebound back, and he had it sent away, but Christian Pfeiffer got just a little bit too much of the arm, and that is a 2-shot foul for Massanelli. Massanelli, a 78.4% free throw shooter on the season, 40 of 51, and I just put the broadcasting jinx on the poor young man as he rattles that one out. Jackson Simmons will check in. Christian Pfeiffer will check out. Bradley Russell will check into the game for the Muskies, and he'll replace Noah Tomlinson. Massanelli looking to split the pair. Shot is up, and it is good. 11-6, BW in front of the Muskies. Simmons inbounds the ball to Snyder. Snyder over to Wennis on the left wing. Now to Mazzio. Mazzio back to Wennis. Wennis thought about pulling up for the baseline jumper, but then outlets the ball to Mazzio out front. Mazzio in the lane, got the ball stripped, and he also got fouled on his way to the hoop. Tanner Gensler whistled for the foul. Checking into the game for the Yellow Jackets to replace Shane Zalba is sophomore guard Luke Driscoll. Into the game for the Muskies, DJ Donnell. And 11, MJ Smith. Wennis catches the inbounds pass. Gives it back to Mazzio. Gets a screen from Wennis. Now it goes over to Driscoll on the right wing, and there's a stoppage in play. It looks like MJ Smith, the senior guard from just right up the road in North Ridgeville, is whistled for the foul. Mazzio will inbound in front of Muskingum's bench. He does so to Wennis, and Wennis hands it right back to him. Mazzio gets to the line, gets to the lane, throws up a runner, left it too strong. Simmons' putback attempt no good. Mazzio will get the rebound, and he will get hammered underneath the hoop going up for a shot attempt. He was not happy with that, but fortunately for him, he'll get two coming from the line as he was fouled in the act of shooting. Mazzio, a 69.4% free throw shooter this year. He has knocked down 25 of 36 attempts. By far. Actually, nope, they're going to call it on the floor. Check that. Mazzio gets stripped of the ball momentarily, but maintains possession. He is facing some heavy pressure from DJ Donnell. Mazzio pulls up from the baseline, and he knocks it down. Mazzio puts BW in front, 13-6, with 15:20 to go in the half. Donnell out front to Gensler. Now over to Smith, back to Smith on the right wing is from Massinelli now. Outlets to Russell. He fires up a three. Off back iron. Rebound, Jake Snyder. Snyder dribbles off left side. Now back to Mazzio on the left wing. He fires up a deep three and he knocks it down. Then he has a little bit of a flex for his teammates as he runs back to the bench when Muskingum burns a 30-second timeout. BW in front of the Muskies, 16-6 with 14:48 to go here in the first half. And while we have this opportunity, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company for all your insurance and risk management needs. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University, and Barron's Bus Line, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. BW forces a turnover there, and Driscoll will work the ball into the front court. He hands it to Mazzio. Mazzio between the circles. He fires up a three. He left that one short. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Tanner Gensler of the Muskies. And Gensler lowers his shoulder and puts it right into Mazzio's chest, but the official says Mazzio was not set, so that'll be a foul on Mazzio, who during the brief respite had to get his nose attended to as he was fouled in the act of shooting on his last field goal attempt, and that resulted in him getting a bloody nose. Muskingum with an attempt at the hoop, and it's off the mark, pulled down by Jackson Simmons. Checking into the game for his first action of the day for the Yellow Jackets, Samson Albert, the junior guard out of Revere High School. Snyder with a step-back baseline jumper. He left it too long. Rebound pulled down by Tanner Gensler. Gensler outlets to Donnell. Donnell back to Gensler. Now he swings it over to MJ Smith on the left wing. Smith will lob it back to Donnell on the right wing. He'll get a screen and get back to the middle of the floor. He'll pull up from just inside the three-point line. It's no good. Rebound battled for and controlled by Driscoll. Driscoll's looking to push tempo. He'll swing it left wing to Albert. Albert thought about a three, now drives, kicks it out to Wennis. He fires up a three, and he knocks it down for the Yellow Jackets. 19-6. BW in front with 13:05 to go in the half. Donnell working the ball against Albert. Now gets to the lane, dishes it at the last second to Gensler. His shot is off the mark, but he's going to get 2 coming from the line as he was fouled in the act of shooting by Samson Albert. Gensler, 17 of 19 from the free throw line this season, 89.5%. This is a young man who makes the most of his opportunities at the free throw line. Gensler's attempt is up, and it rims out. Christian Pfeiffer back into the game for the Yellow Jackets. Noah Tomlinson back into the game for the Muskies. Gensler looking to split the pair, and he won't, as that second shot rims out as well. Jackson Simmons pulls down the rebound. He'll outlet it to Luke Driscoll and get it back on the left side of the floor. Now Simmons over to Snyder on the left wing. Snyder tried to drive, and he drew a foul against Jaden Humphrey, the freshman guard out of Hilliard-Davidson High School, who just checked in at the last stoppage in play. Snyder inbounds to Driscoll. Driscoll dribbles off right wing. Back out front it goes to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer over to Albert left wing. Albert looking to drive, kicks it out to Driscoll. He fires up a 3, and he left that one short. Rebound to the Muskies. Donnell in transition finds Humphrey. Humphrey pulls up from 16, and it came up short of the hoop. Driscoll there to pull it down. Driscoll off to Snyder right wing. Over to Simmons. He fires up a 3, and he knocks it down for Baldwin Wallace. 22-6. BW in front. We are 8 minutes into this game. Tomlinson will swing it over to Humphrey on the left wing. Humphrey back to Tomlinson off to the right side. Initially looked for that low post entry pass. It wasn't there. Donnell on the drive. He goes up in the lane, and he draws a foul from Samson Albert, so that'll be 2 quick ones on Albert. Donald is up and good with the first one. He's now 7 of 8 on the season. Checking back into the ball game for the Muskies, Carson Carter, Alex Coffey, and Noah Begg. Trent Jakacki, freshman guard from Manaway and Crestwood High School, is seeing his first action of the day for the Yellow Jackets. Zalba has returned for BW as well. Massinelli back for the Muskies. Simmons on the left side of the floor over to Jakacki. Jakacki out front to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer puts it on the deck one time with the right hand and hands off to Shane Zalba. Zalba over to Driscoll right wing. Fakes the 3, now throws up a 15-footer, no good. Rebound pulled down by Noah Begg. Begg will swing it to Coffey on the right wing. Coffey will try to dribble drive. Gets it shut off, so he'll swing it out to Tomlinson, and his 15-footer is good. 22-10, BW leads. Shane Zalba on the left side of the floor. He'll try to drive, gets to the lane, jump stops, goes up for the shot, gets it to go with the left hand. He'll have one more coming from the line as he was fouled in the act of shooting. Tomlinson whistled for the foul. Zalba is up, and his free throw attempt is good, so he completes the three-point play and puts the Yellow Jackets back up by 15, 25-10, approaching the midway point of the first half. Tomlinson between the circles, dribbles off right wing, hands off to Massinelli. Massinelli gets to the line, pump fakes, goes up for the 15-footer, left it short. Rebound Shane Zalba. Zalba dribbles off left side. Now swings it over to Jakacki. Pfeiffer will pull up for the baseline jumper. It's no good. Rebound, Massinelli. Massinelli works it into the front court, dishes it to Coffey. Coffey over to Tomlinson, right side. Tomlinson trying to drive, using that off arm to push down Jackson Simmons, and Tomlinson will get the shot to go. Simmons will recollect his headband and put it back on top of his head before he gets into the front court. Now he'll get a pass from Luke Driscoll. Simmons looking back toward Jakacki. Jakacki will draw the contact against Noah Tomlinson, and that's his second foul. That's the sixth on the Muskies already this half. Back into the game for BW, Anthony Mazzio and Drew Wennis. Jackson Simmons and Luke Driscoll will take seats. Mazzio will inbound the ball. Wanted to get it to Pfeiffer, unable to do so, so Shane Zalba will be the outlet. Zalba tries the dribble drive, and he threw it right away as Alex Coffey stepped in the passing lane. Coffey 1-on-2, left the shot too strong, and Christian Pfeiffer's there for the rebound. Shane Zalba will move it across the timeline, gets a screen from Wennis, trying to get to the baseline, gets it shut off by the Muskies. Out front it goes to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer had a very small window to get the ball to Wennis, and Muskingum was able to get a hand in that window and knock the ball away for a turnover. Carter lobs it inside, or tried to get the lob pass from Russell inside and unable to do so. The Yellow Jackets will take possession. Drew Wennis over to Jakacki. Jakacki tried to find Pfeiffer, but it was stolen away by the Muskies. Outlet to Massinelli. He goes up and he misses the left-handed layup. Drew Wennis is there for the Yellow Jacket rebound. Wennis between the circles. Hands off to Mazzio. Mazzio will back it up near the timeline. Look for a screen. Can't get it from Wennis. Now gets the ball back to Wennis. He thought about a three. Now they'll try to dribble drive. Turnaround 13-footer is up. It's good. 27-12. BW in front. 8:28 to go in the first half. Coffey will pull up from 17, and he left it short of everything as it sails out of bounds. BW will get the ball. MJ Smith back into the ball game for the Muskies. He'll replace Noah Begg. Anthony Mazzio will inbound to Drew Wennis and get the ball right back from his teammate. He'll dribble it across the timeline. Find Wennis on the left side. Wennis thought about a three, but now looking to post up. Turnaround baseline jumper's up, and it's good. Drew Wennis hitting the shot over the 6'4" Carson Carter on the low block. Massinelli across the timeline. He's guarded closely by Shane Zalba. Massinelli out top to Russell. Russell hands off to MJ Smith. Smith in the lane. Off to Carter. He gives it back to Russell in the low block. Carter goes up, and he's going to get two coming from the free throw line as he was fouled in the act of shooting. That's Christian Pfeiffer, and that is number 2 on the Yellow Jackets big man. Russell, a 75% free throw shooter, 15 of 20 from the free throw line this season. He's off back iron with the first. Jackson Simmons will check back into the ball game for the Yellow Jackets. Tanner Gensler and DJ Donnell back into the game for the Muskies. Russell will split the pair, and he'll make it a 16-point deficit now, as BW leads 29-13 with 7:34 to go in the first half. Wennis with the ball. He'll dribble off right wing. He'll hand it off to Jakacki. Jakacki backdoor to Zalba. He gets the layup to go. 31-13, BW in front. MJ Smith thought about pulling up for a deep three-pointer. Now he'll reverse the ball, and it'll get to Massinelli on the right wing. Massinelli looking to drive, spin move, gets to the lane, gets a shot up off glass. It's good, and you can add one more coming from the line as he was fouled in the act of shooting. And Shane Zalba is charged with the foul. Jake Snyder comes back into the ball game for the Yellow Jackets as Massanelli completes the three-point play. 31-16, BW in front as we approach the 7-minute mark of the first half. Modest press from Muskingum. BW will beat it fairly easily. Wennis, step back three-pointer is up and it rims out. Rebound pulled down by Russell. Outlets to Massanelli. He's looking to push the tempo. Gets to the line, gets to the lane, gets up off glass, and gets the layup to go. Massanelli, the only Muskingum player to start all 12 of the games this year, and he averages a team-high 19.6 points per game. Mazzio from three. It's good for BW. 34-18. BW back in front by 16. Donald going back the other way. He throws up a floater in the lane. It rims out. Mazzio there for the board. Mazzio into the corner to Snyder. He fires up a three, left it long. Wennis there for the board. He gets it. He throws it up of Gensler out of bounds, but before he can do that, he draws the foul on Gensler. And that's the 7th foul already on the Muskies. We have 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go, and the Yellow Jackets will be shooting some free throws here down the stretch of the first half. Freshman forward Ethan Taylor, the Talmadge native, has checked in for his first action today for the Muskies. Wennis is good with the first one. He earns the second. He came into the game 17 of 24 from the free throw line, 70.8%. Second shot is on the way and is good as well. He completes the pair. 36-18, BW in front. Donald will move the ball across the timeline. Left wing, it goes to Massanelli, now out front. It gets reversed to MJ Smith. He fires up a three. It rattles out. Rebound pulled down by Drew Wennis. Wennis over to Jackson Simmons, now to Mazzio on the left side of the floor. Back to Simmons. He fires up a three from the left wing. Almost banks it home, but it rims out, and Massanelli there for the board. Massanelli dribbles off right wing. Thought about a step back three, now gets to the lane, throws up a 10-footer. It's no good. And however, he will have two coming from the free throw line as he was fouled by Jake Snyder. Massanelli's first attempt is up and it's good. BW was doubling up Muskingum 36-18. That shot gives Muskingum 19. He's looking, and Massanelli's looking to make it 20 here, and he will do that as he gets at the rim in. 36-20, BW in front, 5:30 to go here in the first half. Snyder, Wennis, Driscoll, Simmons, and Mazzio on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Massanelli, Donald, Taylor, Gensler, and Smith on the floor for the Muskies. Snyder over to Mazzio from the right corner. His three-pointer is short. Rebound pulled down by Muskingum, but Simmons is there to take it away and get a shot attempt. It's off the mark, but rebound goes out of bounds off of the Muskies. Or does it? Nope, the official corrects himself and says it went off the Yellow Jackets. So the Muskies will get possession of the basketball. Good hustle there by Simmons, though, to get a steal and get an extra look at the basket. Donald dribbles off left side. Left wing pass goes to Massanelli. He looks backdoor, and he gets it to Gensler. Gensler goes up with the left hand and gets the layup to fall. Simmons will inbound to Wennis. Wennis gets it back from Snyder and gives it right back to him. Now back to Wennis across the timeline. He'll hand off to Snyder on the right side. Snyder will dribble off to the right wing. Now back between the circles off left side. Gets a screen out top from Simmons. And as he did that, Snyder drew a foul on one of the Muskies. And that'll be a 1-and-1. Ethan Taylor, the guilty party on the push of Snyder. Snyder 18 of 22 from the free throw line coming into today's game. That's 81.8%. And he knocks down the first one. Second attempt on the way. It's good as well. 38-22. BW in front. 4:26 to go here in the half. Massinelli running point for the Muskies. Gets the ball into the front court. High post entry pass to Gensler. Back to Massinelli. He fires up a three. In and out. Rebound and Drew Wennis. Wennis off to Mazzio. Mazzio dribbles off right side. Gets a screen from Simmons. Gets back between the circles. Over to Driscoll, right wing. Back to Mazzio. Thought about a three. Now over to Wennis. Left wing three-pointer on the way. It's good. 41-22. BW in front of the Muskies. Smith, right wing, out top to Donald. Donald, left side, over to Massinelli on the left wing. Massinelli out front to Smith, back to Massinelli. Gets a screen from Taylor, now looking to get to the lane. His 13-foot runner is no good, and rebound is off of the Yellow Jackets. So it'll stay with the Muskies. Donald inbounds it to Massinelli. Massinelli will back it out. He'll dribble off right side. Now get to the lane. Throws up a 14-footer. Left it too strong. Gets his own rebound back. Outlets it to Donald. Donald on the left wing. Finds Gensler going to the hoop. Gensler left it short, but he's going to get two coming from the line as he was following the act of shooting. And Jackson Simmons is the guilty party. The 6'4" junior forward from Wadsworth not happy with that call. That was his first foul of the game. Gensler's first attempt is up and it's good. Noah Begg returns for the Muskies. He'll join Gensler, Donald, Taylor, and Massinelli. Mazzio, Snyder, Simmons, Driscoll, and Wennis on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. As the pair of free throws is completed, cuts the Yellow Jacket lead down to 17, 41-24. Wennis and Snyder work a two-man game to get the ball across the timeline with a modest press from the Muskies. Driscoll gets the ball on the left side of the floor. He throws up a baseline runner. It's no good. Mazzio there for the offensive rebound. Mazzio will dribble back out to the right wing and try to reset. He'll try to drive, pull up from the baseline, gets it stripped on the way up, and Noah Begg comes up with the basketball. Good bit of defense right there by Begg to avoid committing a foul. Donald on the left wing for the Muskies. He's looking to drive, gets into the lane, throws up a runner, no good, but he'll get two coming from the line as he was fouled. And he hit the deck awfully hard, and he's walking a little bit gingerly on his way to the free throw line. And you understand why, is that was a hard hit to the floor that he took. Donald's attempt is up, and it's good. Second attempt from Donald is up. It's good as well. Shane Zalba will check back into the game. He'll replace Luke Driscoll. Wennis, Snyder, Simmons, Zalba, and Mazzio on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Wennis to inbound to Snyder. He'll give it right back to Wennis. Wennis to Zalba, back to Snyder on the right side. Snyder trying to drive, goes all the way to the hoop, and he gets it rejected by Gensler. Gensler controlled the loose ball, tried to outlet it to a teammate. It was knocked out of bounds by one of the Yellow Jackets. Gensler on the left side over to the left wing to Massinelli. Massinelli working against Zalba. Out front it goes to Taylor. Taylor hands off to Donald. Donald gets to the line, gets to the lane. Gets it shut off, and now outlets to Massinelli, who will reset with 7 on the shot clock. Massinelli pulls up from 13, and he gets it to go for the Muskies. Zalba and Wennis working the ball across the timeline with a little bit more aggressive press from the Muskies. Zalba into the corner to Snyder. He fires up a 3, left it too long. Simmons' tip no good. Wennis there, though, for the putback, and he gets the layup to fall. 43-28, BW in front, under 90 seconds to go in the half. Taylor out front, hands it to Massinelli, right side. Massinelli gets to the lane, over to Donald, his left wing three-pointer is up, and it is good for the Muskies. Jacket lead down to 12. We're under a minute to go in the half. Mazzio and Wennis working the ball up the floor. Wennis on the left side. He'll hand off to Zalba. Zalba will reset the offense as Coach Heil calls out the play. Zalba slips a backdoor pass to Drew Wennis, and Wennis gets the layup to go. Excellent two-man game right there by the Yellow Jackets. Muskingum cannot yet use it all. 10-second differential. Massinelli in the lane. He gets a 10-footer to go. And now BW can use it all as it's under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Mazzio walks the ball across the timeline. Looking for a screen, doesn't get it. He fires up a 3 with 13 on the clock, and it's off the mark. Donald there for the board. 5 seconds to go in the half. Donald loses a handle on it. Wennis controls it. Over to Simmons. Simmons fires up a off-balance shot as he was trying to beat the clock, and he was unable to get that shot to fall. So BW will take a 12-point advantage into halftime as they lead this game 45-33 over the Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University. Before we take a halftime break, we're going to get you some statistics. Taking a look at those statistics first as a team, the Yellow Jackets are shooting 16 of 37 from the field, 43.2%. They're 8 of 19 from three-point range, 42.1%, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. The Muskingum College Fighting Muskies are 10 of 26 from the field, 38.5%, 2 of 5 from three-point range, 40%, and 11 of 15, 73.3% from the free throw line. Leading the way for the Yellow Jackets with 16 points is Drew Wennis. He has knocked down 6 of 10 attempts from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point range, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He's added 5 rebounds, including 2 on the offensive end, and handed out 1 assist with 2 steals in 16 minutes and 37 seconds of action. He is plus 12 for the first half. Also in double figures, Anthony Mazzio has 11 points. He also has knocked down 3 three-pointers as well. That's a game high. He also has pulled down 4 rebounds and drawn 3 fouls while handing out 2 assists and netting 1 steal. Jake Snyder has added 8 points on 2 of 7 shooting. He's 2 of 5 from three-point range, while Shane Zalba has added 5 points and 3 assists with 1 steal and 1 rebound. Jackson Simmons has 3 points and 2 rebounds with 1 steal. And Christian Pfeiffer has 2 points with 2 rebounds and 1 steal. Pfeiffer had the least amount of minutes played by the Yellow Jacket starters, as he's only in there for 9 minutes because he picked up 2 fouls. Taking a look at the other side of the ledger, leading the way with 14 points. No surprise there, Alex Massinelli. He's well on his way to achieving his average of 19.6 points per game with 14 in the first half. He's also added 2 assists, 5 rebounds. DJ Donnell off the bench has added 7 points and 3 rebounds, 4 points each for Noah Tomlinson. And Tanner Gensler, 3 points for Noah Begg and 1 point for Bradley Russell. Points off turnovers, BW leads 2-0. Points in the paint, even at 12 each. Yellow Jackets have a 9-3 advantage in second chance opportunities. Neither team has scored on the fast break, and Muskingum's bench has really kept the Muskies in this game as they have outscored BW's bench 12-3. BW's largest lead was 19 points, and it came at the 3:59 mark of the first half. Muskingum's biggest lead was 1 point, and it came at the 18-12 mark of the first half. Muskingum's best scoring run was a 6-point burst that happened late in the first half. BW's best scoring run was an 11-point spree that they had at the 12:34 mark of the first half. There's been 2 lead changes and no ties. BW has led for 18 minutes and 19 seconds, while the Muskies have led for just 12 seconds total. We're going to step aside for a break, and when we come back, we'll have second half action between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies from the Ursprung Gymnasium in the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. Hello, everyone, and welcome back inside the Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, where the Baldwin Wallace men's basketball team is just about set to start the second half against the Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University. BW holds a 45-33 edge over the Muskies as we head into the second half. And before we do that, we want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company for all your insurance and risk management needs. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. And Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Muskingum will start with the basketball here in the second half. And on the floor for the Muskies, Massinelli, Tomlinson, Carter, Coffey, and Begg. So they're starting five on the floor. Massinelli off the mark with his shot, and the Yellow Jackets will get the ball going the other way. Mazzio, Wennis, Snyder, Pfeiffer, and Zalba, they're starting five on the floor as we begin the second half. Mazzio over to Wennis. Now right wing, it goes to Snyder. Snyder back to Wennis. Wennis, the Yellow Jacket leading scorer in the first half, looking to add on his total, but not before Snyder raises up from three off the mark. Pfeiffer there for the board. He goes up with the left hand off the mark and almost got his own rebound back, but it was taken away by Tomlinson. Tomlinson between the circles, dribbles off to the right side, hands off to Begg. Begg's three-pointer is off the mark. Rebound, Christian Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer outlets it to Jake Snyder on the near sideline. Snyder into the front court, gets between the circles, backdoor to Pfeiffer. He left it short, gets his own rebound back, goes up off glass with the left hand, and it's good. 47-33, Jackets in front. Begg faked the triple try. He was looking to get it to Coffey. Coffey took a tumble before recovering himself, and now Coffey will swing it over to Tomlinson, whose jumper is off the mark. Christian Pfeiffer there for the board. Pfeiffer dishes it to Mazzio, who gets the ball into the front court. Mazzio splits the defense, goes all the way to the hoop, and he gets the shot to go. 49-33, BW in front of the Muskies. 18-12 to go in the second half. Carter out front. Hands off to Massinelli. Massinelli pulls up from 16. It's blocked by Shane Zalba. Goes out of bounds off of the Yellow Jacket senior guard. But what a great play to get a hand up in Massinelli's face and send the shot away. Tomlinson takes a seat. And number 32, Bradley Russell, checks back into the game for the Muskies. Begg will inbound to Massinelli. He finds Coffey going to the hoop from 14. It's sent away by Jake Snyder, but Coffey is there to clean up his own board. Coffey draws a double team in the corner, outlets it to Carter. Carter gets to the lane, dribbles off his shoe. It's picked up by Anthony Mazzio. Mazzio works the ball to the left wing, tried to hit Pfeiffer going to the hoop, but there were three Muskies there, and one of them picked it off. Now to outlet to Massinelli, and he gets the coast-to-coast layup to go. 49-35, BW in front of the Muskies. Zalba into the left corner to Mazzio. He fires up a three. It's partially blocked. Pfeiffer there for the board, but he stepped out of bounds, so that's a turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Massinelli will work the ball into the front court, gets a screen, gets to the left side. Tried to get to the baseline, went and shut it off. He'll outlet it to Carter out top. Now right wing, the pass goes to Coffey. Coffey into the post to Carter. His turnaround jumper's up, and it's good. The big man showing a little bit of range there as he knocks down the jumper and cuts the Yellow Jacket lead to 12, 49-37. Zalba running this play for the Yellow Jackets. He goes backdoor to Wennis, and the left-handed layup is good. 51-37 BW in front. Coffey gets to the lane, pulls up from 15. It rattles out, rebound, pulled down by Mazzio. Mazzio will fire from deep, and it's off the mark. Rebound to Massinelli. Massinelli out front to Russell. He thought about a three, got Pfeiffer moving, and now he goes to the hoop and dishes is at the last second to Carter, who was undercut on his way to the basket. But before he was undercut, 32, Bradley Russell picks up the foul. Gensler and MJ Smith back on the floor for the Muskies. Shane Zalba out top. He'll reverse it left side. Back to Snyder on the right side. Snyder puts it on the deck with the right hand. Tries to dish it to Pfeiffer at the last second. Pfeiffer in no man's land underneath the hoop finds Wennis. Over to Zalba. He fires up a three. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by the Muskies. Massinelli will drive to the hoop, and he gets the high banking runner off the glass, and it is good. 12-point lead for the Yellow Jackets, 51-39. Mazzio in traffic, finds Pfeiffer for the left-handed layup, and that makes it 53-39 BW with 15:28 to go here in the second half. Coffey on the left wing. He's trying to drive against Snyder. Snyder forces him baseline now, forces him to make a difficult turnaround jumper, and he's going to draw one more attempt at the free throw line as Snyder got too much of the arm on the attempt. Donald waiting at the scorer's table to check in, and he'll do so for the free throw shooter, Coffey. Coffey completes the three-point play, and that will bring Donald back into the game. Checking in for the Yellow Jackets, Jackson Simmons is back into the ballgame. Wennis working with Snyder to get the ball up the floor. Simmons on the right side of the floor, hands off to Mazzio. Mazzio will dribble back between the circles. Looked like he was going to attempt a step back three. Now gets to the lane, spins, gets it stripped on the way up, and it's taken away by one of the Muskies, but Mazzio gets it right back. And that is a good old-fashioned battle at the bottom of the pile for that fumble, as Mazzio and Gensler was going in, were really going after it. And there is a foul on the floor, and it's going to be against Tanner Gensler. Mazzio will inbound, but before he can to Wennis, the officials stop play and will force the Yellow Jackets to re-inbound the basketball. Mazzio lobs it to Jackson Simmons, who will give it right back to him at the top of the key. Over to Wennis on the left wing. Looked for the entry pass. It wasn't there, so he's going to give it to Zalba. Zalba drives to the hoop. Can't get the shot to go. DJ Donald there for the rebound for the Muskies. Donald loses a handle on it and trips. Mazzio picks it up in the backcourt. That's an over and back violation. Luke Driscoll checks back into the game for the Yellow Jackets, and he'll work the ball to the right side of the floor. Now back left, and before he can get a shot lifted, the Yellow Jackets were whistled for an illegal screen. Jackson Simmons charged with the foul. That's his second. It's a second on the Yellow Jackets this half. Going back the other way, Massinelli with the basketball. He outlets to Donald. It'll get reversed right wing to MJ Smith. His three-pointer is short. Rebound pulled down by Jackson Simmons. Simmons over to Zalba. Zalba into the front court. It goes to Winnes. Back to Zalba. Zalba looking for the dribble drive. Bodies up. Gensler throws up a layup attempt. It's no good. He'll get his own rebound back. Get to the lane. Out front to Mazzio it goes. Mazzio will pull up from 3 feet behind the three-point line. He's off the mark. Rebound MJ Smith for the Muskies. Massinelli in the lane. Tried to dish it to Gensler. It was batted out of bounds by Shane Zalba, but originally ruled that the Yellow Jackets would get possession. We're going to have a conversation, a brief conversation between the officials and a little bit of an exchange with the Muskingum bench too. And now after that discussion, the call has been reversed and it will be Muskingum basketball. Carter catches the inbound pass. He'll hand it right to Massinelli. Massinelli dribbles off left side. Into the left corner, it goes to MJ Smith. Back out front to Massinelli between the circles. He's looking to get to the lane. Pulls up from 17. His fadeaway jumper is no good. Rebound, Shane Zalba. Zalba loses a handle on it momentarily, but maintains his dribble. Now he picks it up and throws it to Mazzio. Mazzio on the far sideline. Dishes it to Winnes down low. Right-handed layup is up and it's good. Jackets back in front by 13, 55-42. Donald reverses it to Massinelli on the right wing. Back to Donald. He fires up a three and left it way short. It sails out of bounds. And the Yellow Jackets will get possession. Noah Begg is back into the ball game for the Muskies. He joins Tomlinson, Smith, Donald, and Carter. Driscoll, Zalba, Simmons, Mazzio, and Winnes on the floor for the Yellow Jackets, who just turned the ball over. And Donald will go the other way. He gets it blocked by Driscoll, who takes it right out of his hands and tries to start a run out. Driscoll gets into the lane, and he bowls over Noah Tomlinson. Not an easy feat, as the tail of the tape would favor Tomlinson. Driscoll, 5'11", 165. Tomlinson, 6'6", 265. But he stepped in there and took the charge. Christian Pfeiffer back into the ball game for the Yellow Jackets, and replacing Shane Zalba is Samson Albert. Albert picked up 2 quick fouls in the first half. Donald over to Smith on the left wing. Smith out front to Begg. Begg to Donald on the right wing. Carter now looking for the dribble drive. Goes up in traffic. Gets the left-handed layup to go. 11-point lead for the Yellow Jackets, who are facing a little bit of a press from Muskingum right here. Driscoll gets it across the timeline. Dribbles off to the left wing. Gets a screen from Winnes. Trying to get back between the circles. Now swings it into the corner to Winnes. Winnes looking to back down his defender. Kicks it out to Driscoll. Driscoll driving baseline. Finds Albert streaking to the hoop, but Albert can't handle it. However, it deflects off of one of the Muskies into the hands of Luke Driscoll, and he gets the 7-foot jumper to go to put the Yellow Jackets back up by 13, 57-44 with 11:27 to go here in the second half. While we have this opportunity, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company for all your insurance and risk management needs. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University, and Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. BW took a full timeout after Driscoll got the shot to go again. They lead the Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University 57-44. The men's basketball team looks to get back into the win column for the first time since December 19th. This is their first game action since December 20th, as they had to forfeit 2 Ohio Athletic Conference games after having a COVID situation within the program. Donald, Smith, Tomlinson, Carter, and Begg on the floor for the Muskies. Tomlinson will tee up a 3 from deep. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Mazzio, and Mazzio's going to draw a foul on Noah Begg. Mazzio, Pfeiffer, Driscoll, Albert, and Wennis, the 5 on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. And while Mazzio was able to draw that foul, this was actually beneficial for the Muskies because they were able to sub out Donald and get Massinelli back into the ball game and set up their three-quarter court press. Wennis back to Driscoll. Driscoll trying to get it across the timeline. He does so. He'll try to drive, gets to the left wing. Now out front it goes to Wennis. Wennis right side to Mazzio. Mazzio back to Pfeiffer on the left side. Driscoll with it, out top to Wennis. Wennis to Mazzio. He thought about a 3. Now passes off to Samson Albert on the right wing. It's tipped by the Muskies back into the front court. Mazzio will get it. He'll pull up from the volleyball line. It's off back iron. Rebound Massinelli. Massinelli lobs it in to Carter. Carter backing down Mazzio. He'll turn around with the left hand and get the jumper to fall. 57-46. BW's lead down to 11. Driscoll gets the ball across half court. He'll dribble off left side, now pass it right side to Wennis. Wennis right wing to Mazzio. Out top to Christian Pfeiffer, who will hand it off to Driscoll. 8 on the shot clock. Wennis out top. Fires up a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound Mazzio. His putback won't go, but he's going to get 2 coming from the free throw line. Mazzio put the putback attempt up while he was still in the air. He did not hit the floor. In one fell swoop, he caught the rebound, went up for the putback, and drew the foul. Excellent play by Mazzio, even though he couldn't get it to go. Mazzio's attempt is up, and it's good. Adding on to the Yellow Jacket lead. Alex Coffey back into the ballgame for the Muskies. Jake Snyder sitting at the scorer's table, likely to relieve Mazzio if he can make this free throw, and he does. So Mazzio will take a seat, and Jake Snyder comes back into the ballgame for the Yellow Jackets. Carter, Massinelli, Coffey, Tomlinson, and Begg on the floor for the Muskies. That's their starting 5. Driscoll, Snyder, Wennis, Pfeiffer, and Albert on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. 3-point attempt is no good from Noah Begg, but there is a foul on the floor on Drew Wennis. The Yellow Jackets were very fortunate as Samson Albert was fighting his way through the pick, and on an attempt at a box out, he planted Noah Begg. And the Muskingum coach, Travis Schwab, is not happy. He wanted 3 foul shots. Carter takes the inbound pass, lobs it over to Massinelli. Massinelli working against Driscoll. He gets a screen, now working against Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer drives him right to the baseline. Looked like he was playing pretty good defense with his feet, but apparently he used his hands just a little bit to aid it, and that is Christian Pfeiffer's 3rd foul of the game. Begg will inbound the ball. He's looking for Massinelli. Massinelli catches it on the other side of the back half-court line and moves it in the front court. Splits the defense, throws up a runner from 13, and gets it to go. 11-point game. BW leads 59-48, 9:16 to go here in the second half. Driscoll off left side. Swings it over to Pfeiffer right side. Into the corner it goes to Samson Albert. Albert over to Wennis. He thought about a three, but now he's going to hand off to Driscoll. Driscoll out top to Pfeiffer. 8 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer in the lane. Finds Driscoll going back door, and he gets the layup to go for the Yellow Jackets. Massinelli going the other way to Tomlinson. Tomlinson hands off to Coffey. Coffey looking for the dribble drive. Tries to swing it to Tomlinson. It does get in, and Tomlinson will draw the foul on one of the Yellow Jackets. Jake Snyder, the guilty party on the foul. That's Snyder's third. That's the 6th on the Yellow Jackets. Jackson Simmons checks into the ball game. He relieves Christian Pfeiffer. Tanner Gensler comes back into the ball game for the Muskies. He'll relieve Noah Tomlinson. Begg to inbound. He does so to Massinelli. Massinelli pulls up from deep for the three-pointer. It's off the mark. Rebound, Jackson Simmons. Simmons sends it over to Snyder. Snyder looking for the lob pass. It wasn't there, but Simmons there to clean it up and pull up for the jumper. Off the mark. Rebound, Luke Driscoll. Driscoll over to Wennis. Wennis back to Driscoll between the circles. He'll hand off to Snyder. Snyder dribbles to the right, or to the left wing rather. Now trying to drive inside. This is it last second to Jackson Simmons, and Simmons' layup goes. 63-48. BW back in front by 15, and with 7:52 to go here in the second half, Coach Travis Schwab has seen enough, and he is going to take a full timeout. Taking a look at some statistics during this break in the action, the Yellow Jackets shooting 41.4% from the field, 24 of 58. They're 8 of 26, just 30.8% from three-point range, and they are 7 of 7 from the free throw line. So not a lot of attempts, but the Yellow Jackets doing a good job from 15 feet. Muskingum is 17 of 46 from the field, 37%, 2 of 11 from three-point range, 18.2%, and 12 of 16 from the free throw line, good for 75%. Teams are even at turnovers at 9 apiece, points off turnovers. That goes the way of the Muskies as they hold a 6-2 advantage in that department. BW holds a 37-26 edge in rebounds, including a 12-5 advantage in offensive caroms. BW also holding a 25-21 edge in defensive rebounds. BW has handed out 16 assists on their 24 made baskets, while Muskingum has handed out just 6 assists on their 17 made hoops. Blocks favor the Muskies by 1, 6-5. Steals favor the Yellow Jackets by 1, 7-6. BW has committed 15 fouls, Muskingum 12. Bench points 12-9 in favor of Muskingum. Second chance points 15-3 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. 28-26. BW leads in points in the paint, and fast break points just a 2-0 advantage for the Muskies. Out of the timeout, Alex Coffey will fire up a jumper for the Muskies. He's off the mark. Rebound, Tanner Gensler. He goes up for the shot, and he is fouled, so he'll get 2 coming from the free throw line. Gensler, Massinelli, Carter, Begg, and Coffey on the floor for the Muskies. Albert, Snyder, Driscoll, Wennis, and Simmons on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Gensler's attempt is up, and it is good. It dropped in off the back iron. Mazzio back for the Yellow Jackets, as is Shane Zalba and Christian Pfeiffer. DJ Donnell back on the floor. He'll relieve Alex Massinelli, who has a team leading 16 points tonight. Gensler looking to complete the pair. He'll spin it, put it on the deck one time, raise up, and knock it down. 63-50, BW in front. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Zalba will swing it over to Snyder. Snyder looking to drive. This is at last second to Zalba. Zalba into the corner to Wennis. His three-pointer is up, and his three-pointer is good. 16-point lead for the Yellow Jackets now. Begg with the ball left side. He'll swing it right side to Gensler. Now to Carter. His turnaround jumper is good. The big man is really stepping up offensively in this second half. Wennis over to Zalba. Zalba across the timeline. Between the circles now. Looking to drive. Now fakes the drive. Now backs it back out. Swings it right wing to Snyder. Snyder looking for the entry pass to Pfeiffer. It's not there. Snyder stripped of the basketball. Gensler picks up the steal. Gensler driving in traffic, goes up for the layup, gets it to go. 66-54 with 6.5 to go in regulation. Snyder across mid-court. Dribbles off right side, now passes off left side to Wennis. Wennis to Mazzio. Mazzio drives in the lane. Gets a shot to go. No signal yet on if that's going to count. And it doesn't look like it will. And not only does Mazzio not get the basket, he's not getting any free throws either as a referee called the foul on the floor. MJ Smith will check into the game. He'll replace Noah Begg. Mazzio will inbound the ball. Does so to Wennis in the corner. Wennis fires up another three. Off the mark. Rebound. Tanner Gensler and Christian Pfeiffer picks up foul number 4. Not a good exchange for Christian Pfeiffer right there. Tried to go and jar the ball loose, but you can't have that much contact. That's now his 4th. He'll sit for a little bit as Jackson Simmons will check back into the game. That's the 8th foul on the Yellow Jackets in the half, so Muskingum will be shooting some free throws. And Gensler is off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Anthony Mazzio, who will push the other way. Mazzio gets into the lane, kicks it out to Simmons, and Simmons is going to get hit with a travel call. Not a good series of possessions here for the Yellow Jackets as Pfeiffer picks up a loose ball foul, and then Simmons gets whistled for the travel call. Donald on the floor now for the Muskies. He'll swing it over to Coffey on the left wing. Coffey drives, gets it stripped on the way into the lane. It's picked up by Mazzio. 3-on-2 break. Mazzio drives, kicks it in the corner to Snyder. Thought about a 3, now is going to reset the offense. He'll pull it out and go into the lane. Kicks it to Zalba in the left corner. Zalba out front to Wennis. Back to Zalba. Zalba between the circles, gets a screen from Wennis, gets off to the left wing. And before the Yellow Jackets can get a shot lifted, there's an offensive foul called. And I believe that was against Shane Zalba. That's his 2nd. That's the 9th on the team. The next one puts Muskingum in the double bonus for the rest of the game. Donald taking his time, walking the ball across the timeline, tries to change the speed to get Zalba off balance. Donald throws up a runner. It's well off the mark. Rebound Jackson Simmons. Simmons pushes the ball into the front court. Hands off to Mazzio. Mazzio left wing. He gets a screen from Simmons. Now Mazzio will try to drive, goes all the way to the hoop and gets the right-handed layup to go. 68-54, BW in front, 4:50 to go here in the second half. MJ Smith on the left wing, skips it right wing to Coffey. Coffey trying to get into the lane. He'll pull up from 18 and it'll rim in for him. 12-point lead for the Yellow Jackets now. Mazzio catches the inbound pass, gets it over to Wennis, and Wennis will give it right back to Mazzio. Mazzio gets a screen from Simmons. Now dribbles off to the left wing, looking for the drive again. Kicks it right wing to Zalba. Out front it goes to Wennis. Over to Snyder on the left wing. Snyder back to Wennis in the corner. He'll step back, fire up a three, left it short. Rebound, tracked down by the Muskies. MJ Smith into the front court. Over to Carter. Carter skips it into the corner to Coffey. He gets Zalba streaking by, and instead of the three-pointer, he'll settle for a medium range two, and he'll get the shot to go. It's a 10-point game now. BW in front, 68-58 with 4:01 to go here in the second half. Timeout on the floor, and while we have this timeout, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. Dane Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company for all of your insurance and risk management needs. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. And Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Out of the timeout, it's Snyder, Wennis, Zalba, Pfeiffer, and Mazzio on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. That's their starting five. Massinelli, Gensler, Carter, Coffey, and Donnell on the floor for the Muskies. Wennis will fire up a three from the left wing, and he knocks it down for the Yellow Jackets. 71-58, BW in front, 3:38 to go. Gensler takes the entry pass in the post. He's backing down Wennis, throws up a right-handed hook shot. It's off the mark. Pfeiffer will bat the rebound out from the hoop area into Mazzio's hands, and now Mazzio sets the offense up. Dribbling off to the left wing, out front to Wennis. Wennis over to Snyder on the right wing. Snyder backdoor to Zalba, and Zalba gets the layup to go. Excellent look right there by Snyder, and a good finish by Shane Zalba. Donnell out front between the circles. He'll swing it right wing to Gensler. Gensler now to Massinelli. Massinelli over to Coffey. Coffey's deep jumper is on the way. It's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by the Yellow Jackets. That's Drew Wennis tracking it down. He'll hand off to Mazzio. Mazzio gets a screen from Pfeiffer. Now kicks it over to Snyder on the left wing. Snyder with the slick pass inside to Pfeiffer. He can't get a shot to go, but he's going to have two coming from the line as he was fouled in the act of shooting. Alex Coffey charged with the foul. That's his first. That's a sixth on the Muskies this half. Pfeiffer's attempt is up, and it is good. Noah Begg back into the ball game for the Muskies. Christian Pfeiffer, 11 of 17 from the free throw line coming into the game, good for 64.7%. Has a chance to continue improving on that number, and he will as he rattles in the second one. 75-58, BW in front with 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Gensler, left wing to Massinelli. Spin move gets him into the lane. Now he kicks it over to Donnell on the right wing. Donnell looking to get into the lane. Drives past Christian Pfeiffer and gets the layup to go. Good awareness right there by Pfeiffer, not the foul. That would have been his fifth. Mazzio across midcourt. He's trying to drive. Gets it stripped momentarily, but gets it to Wennis. Wennis looking to reset. He'll hand off to Mazzio again. Mazzio goes left. Now gets back on the right side of the floor, gets to the line, gets to the lane, throws it up to Wennis. Wennis in traffic, goes up for the shot, and he'll have two coming from the line as he was fouled in the act of shooting. DJ Donnell charged with his second foul of the game. 15-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Wennis to look to make that a little bit larger of a lead, and he will do that as he knocks down his first attempt from the free throw line. 70% free throw shooter on the season. And his second attempt is up, and it is good as well. So Drew Wennis the leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets, as he has 28 on the evening, and he has staked BW out to a 17-point lead with less than 2 minutes to go. Gensler thought about a three. Now he'll drive, go up with the right hand, and he gets it to go. Wenis inbounds to Mazzio. Mazzio back to Wenis, who'll give it right back to Mazzio. Mazzio into the front court now, gets a screen from Christian Pfeiffer. Mazzio in the lane, goes up, off the mark, and rebound to the Muskies. Donnell from three is no good. Rebound Massinelli. He'll outlet to Donnell. Donnell on the dribble drive, goes up and gets the shot to go. Muskingum will take a timeout. I tell you what, BW is very fortunate to avoid some major injury on their last trip down to the offensive end of the floor, as Christian Pfeiffer went up for the rebound, and he and Mazzio met rather violently, and Mazzio hit the deck and took a few moments to collect himself before hustling down on the defensive side of the floor. So resetting things with 1:14 to go here in the second half. BW leads Muskingum 77-64. Muskingum, after their last made basket, just took a timeout. And Coach Travis Schwab trying to coach up his young men. Tell them that they're not out of this game yet, down only 13. Anything can happen. On the floor for the Muskies is Gensler, Massinelli, Donnell, Carter, and Begg. And they will press the Yellow Jackets. Assistant coach Brian Wycliffe instructing the Muskies on what the coaches want to see happen on this exchange. And Brian Wycliffe came to Muskingum with quite the playing pedigree, as he was an outstanding athlete for the College of Worcester and helped get them to a Final Four during his career. Snyder, Mazzio, Wenis, Pfeiffer, and Zalba on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. That's their starting five. Mazzio in the lane. Now he'll back it out. He'll get it stolen by Donnell, but the official on the near sideline will call a reach-in foul on Donnell. That's his third. That's the eighth on the team. Mazzio will shoot 1-and-1. Mazzio's attempt is up, and he earns a second one as he knocks that one down. Driscoll, Jakacki, and Luke Coyne sent to the scorer's table to check in for the Yellow Jackets. Coyne will check in for the shooter. Now Simmons checks in as well. He'll relieve Wenis. So now on the floor, Mazzio, Driscoll, Jakacki, Pfeiffer, and Simmons. Mazzio completes both ends of the 1-and-1. Gives BW a 79-64 lead over the Muskies. Terrell Hicks, senior forward, has checked into the game for the Yellow Jackets, seeing his first action. Massinelli will work the ball across the timeline, fire up a three, in and out, no good. Rebound to Gensler. Gensler goes up. He gets a shot to go. He'll have one more coming from the line as Coyne fouled him in the act of shooting. Gensler fires up the shot and it is good. He completes the three-point play. 79-67, BW in front with 46 seconds to go. Driscoll catches the inbound pass, swings it over to Jakacki. Jakacki puts it on the deck twice, sends it back to Driscoll. He's going to have to hurry to beat the 10-second, and he will. Driscoll now fouled by Carson Carter. He'll shoot a 1-and-1. Carter, Begg, Gensler, Donnell, and Humphrey on the floor for the Muskies. Driscoll's attempt is on the way. It's off the mark. Carter with the board. He'll outlet it to Donnell. Donnell keeps it inbound somehow and then works it into the front court. Donnell looking to get to the lane. Throws up a runner. No good. Rebound Jackson Simmons. And Simmons will outlet it to Jakacki. Muskingum's going to play this out and not foul. Jakacki will dribble out the clock as he walks the ball near midcourt. Muskingum is walking off the floor with 7 seconds left to go in the game. So Jakacki will pick up the basketball and hold it for the final 3 seconds to close out what is a 79-67 victory for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. BW completes the sweep of the Muskingum College Fighting Muskies as the 17th ranked women's basketball team were 60-38 victors over Muskingum, and then the men finished off the sweep with a 79-67 victory. Drew Wennis, the leading scorer tonight, with 28 points. That is just 1 point shy of matching his career high of 29, which he set in December against Wilmington College. Taking a look at some final statistics, BW as a team finished 28 of 65 from the field, 43.1%, 10 of 30 from three-point range, 33.3%, and 13 of 14 from the free throw line, 92.9%. Muskingum was 25 of 61 from the field, 41%, 2 of 12 from three-point range, 16.7%, and 15 of 20 from the free throw line. The Yellow Jackets committed 12 turnovers to the 10 that Muskingum committed, and Muskingum had an 8-2 edge in points off turnovers. Total rebounds belong to the Yellow Jackets, 42-33. Offensive rebounds belong to the Yellow Jackets, 12-8, and BW also out-rebounded the Muskies, 30-25 on the defensive end. BW handed out 19 assists on their 28 made baskets, while Muskingum had just 7 assists on their 25 hoops. Blocks went in favor of the Muskies, 6-5. Steals 8-7 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. BW committed 19 fouls, Muskingum 17. Bench scoring went the way of the Muskies, 25-9. Second chance points, BW won that category, 15-10. Points in the paint, Muskingum 38, BW 32, and fast break points 4-0 in favor of the Muskies. Individually leading the way again for the Yellow Jackets, Drew Wennis with 28 points on 10 of 17 shooting, including a 4 of 10 mark from three-point range. Wennis added 7 rebounds, drew 3 fouls, had an assist and 2 steals, was plus 14 for the game. That's the best plus-minus rating of any of the Yellow Jackets. Also in double figures and finishing off a double-double with 19 points and 10 rebounds was Anthony Mazzio. Mazzio committed just 1 foul, drew 8 fouls, handed out 4 assists, registered 3 steals, and was plus 11. 8 points each for Christian Pfeiffer and Jake Snyder. Shane Zalba added 7, Jackson Simmons added 5, and Luke Driscoll added 4 for your team total of 79. Leading the way for the Muskies, Alex Massinelli with 20 points. He added 8 rebounds and 2 assists. Was minus 12, however, for the game. Tanner Gensler had 13 points. DJ Donnell had 11. 8 points to Carson Carter. 7 points to Alex Coffey. 4 points for Noah Tomlinson. 3 for Noah Begg. And 1 for Bradley Russell. That gave Muskingum their total of 67. Before we get on out of here, want to say some thank yous. First off, to the athletic departments and sports information departments at Baldwin Wallace University and Muskingum University for all their help in getting on the games on the air and keeping us informed throughout these broadcasts. Thank you to our great sponsors for helping us bring you today's game, and also thank you to you, the listeners, for tuning in to today's games as BW completed the doubleheader sweep of the Muskingum College Fighting Muskies. So for everyone here at the Ursprung Gymnasium inside the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, I'm Matt Florjancic saying make today better than yesterday and make tomorrow better than today. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.